Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. Sorry about my face looking so red. I was actually working at my job today and it was hot as fuck. But at least there was a breeze blowing in a bit, but not as much. I'm returning to you tonight for the final uh, album review that for this Friday's new releases for the new albums that came out, plus an EP. And yeah, I'm returning to you for Greta Van Fleet's new album, The Battle at Garden's Gate, that I just got done listening to for like a little over an hour and some minutes. But I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this album and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this review. Now, I gotta say, Josh's voice has improved a bit. Uh, I'm not saying that it's great from time to time, because there's certain songs that do have similarities to certain bands, and I'm trying not to compare them to older bands like Led Zeppelin and Rush and all that. Heat Above definitely had that Rush kind of vibe that I was feeling, but I really liked it. I think that was a very good song. It grew on me throughout time. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it at first. I played it for my mom one day. She's like, "Uh, I'm getting Rush vibes from this." So I'm like, "Yeah, but you gotta give it a chance. You gotta give it a few more listens to really let it sink in." So the song really sunk in for me, and I think Heat Above is one of my favorite songs off this album. Um, My Way Soon has grown on me slightly. It's not a bad song. I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5. 4.5 out of 5, I should say. It's a better song, but it's still got some comparisons. I don't want to get into the comparisons that are with this song, because it does have a Led Zeppelin vibe, but yeah, um, I know some people are getting annoyed with me comparing them to different bands or to the same band that I kept comparing them to for a while. Uh, Broken Bells was a weird one. I wasn't, I didn't hate it. I just thought Josh's voice in the beginning of it, with the "I can see the faces through the broken glass" lyric, it sounded so weird how he was singing it. I was just not used to that. I was like, this is gonna be a downgrade to what I'm gonna rate the song. And definitely go check out my track reviews for the new Greta Van Fleet songs. Uh, I think I did My Way Soon, and then Age of Machine I did a few months after. But yeah, what did I think of the other songs? Age of Machine was great. I really liked that one. It took me a little time to grow on me, but it is a lengthy song, but it's enjoyable for what it is. Next is Built by Machines, or not Machines, Built by Nations. Why did I say Machines? I am screwing up in this review a bit, so please forgive me on that. I'm just a little tired from the sun and all that. Being out in the sun today just really got to me. Uh, Built by Nations was not a bad song. Then Tears of Rain and Stardust Chords were very good. I have to say one thing. The ending to this album is very boring and very lacklusting. The songs are all over the place, and there's just no redeeming qualities about the replay value for these last 4 songs, which are Caravel, The Barbarians, Trip the Light Fantastic, and The Weight of Dreams. Those songs, I'm not a big fan of. they got solid ratings. They didn't get great ratings. I gave 3 of the songs, Barbarians, The Barbarians, Caravel, and The Weight of Dreams, like 3 out of 5s. So those 3 songs got 3 out of 5. And Trip the Light Fantastic was slightly better, but not so great. I just wasn't crazy about how Josh was singing the songs. And then in The Weight of Dreams, there's this pitch where he comes in surprisingly and sneaks up on you with this background singing or background falsetto scream where he's like, ah, and it raises it a lot higher. And I was just not crazy about that. Caravel, there's a lyric in there that I really don't like. Fuck me for glory. I'm like, what? I'm like, where? I'm like, this is what you come up with? I'm like, But overall, I think this album was meh. It's not my favorite. Anthem of the Peaceful Army, I'm actually going to be doing a re-review on it in about a month or 2 from now. Probably in June sometime. I'll do a re-review for it. Because I know I gotta re-review it. Because the one I did years ago, I thought I liked it at the time. At the time, I thought it was pretty good. But now coming back to it, I see there was a lot of comparisons and a lot of problems with Anthem of the Peaceful Army album. So it is not worth buying, but I will discuss my thoughts on it when I review the album. But first, score for The Battle at Garden's Gate, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. This is meh. It's not great, but at least it's not as bad as what Escape the Fate did this past Friday, or this Friday, because they released a terrible album, and I was really disappointed. This one I was slightly disappointed, but it was an improvement from the last one, but it could have been a lot better. I just felt that the last 4 songs were very boring. I wasn't interested in the last 4 songs. I was very hesitant on liking how the overall instrumentals and how Josh's pitch and all that with his singing voice is kind of bothersome from time to time. And it's such a shame that I have to give a little bit of a downgrade for most of this. It was mostly the last 4 songs that really let me down a bit. And I was like, oh no. I'm like, please don't do those terrible instrumental cuts and all that. It just doesn't sound that good. But definitely comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the new Greta Van Fleet album, The Battle at Garden's Gate, if you've heard it. And if you like this new album review I did, the final album review I'm doing for this Friday, April 16th releases, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I will be returning to you for, I think I might postpone the 1OK Rock, more talk on the song, to tomorrow afternoon. I'm really sorry that I can't do it sooner. If I do it tonight, it's going to be pretty late when I do it, but I got to go to bed at a certain time because I got to get up at 7 a.m. to go to work at 10 a.m. and it's going to be a rough morning for me, so I'm going to be a little bit tired to do it tonight. So I might just delay the more talk on 1OK Rock's new song Renegades to tomorrow afternoon, or at the latest it's going to be like before nighttime. But I hope you enjoyed this new Greta Van Fleet album review I did for The Battle at Garden's Gate. Not my favorite album, but it's slightly better than Anthem of the Peaceful Army, that's for sure. But slightly. It could be a little better, but this is what we're getting, so oh well. It's out now, so they can't go back and re-record it and try something different. But the one plus I'll give them is there's a lot of keyboards in this album, and I like that. I like that they tried to change it up a bit with this album and how the instruments and what they're going to play for the instruments. So that's a bit better, but it's the execution is the problem, and how the songs are just performing it. No, not all the songs are great, but there's only 4 songs that I was displeased with. But definitely stay safe, take care, hope you enjoyed this lengthy review, and I'll see you in my next video.